What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hello and welcome. In today's video, we are going to be unboxing and trying on my October ice cream beauty box, and this one is so incredibly cute. It is all pink. It is completely themed around breast cancer awareness, and I love that. I've actually already done one video here on my channel in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I will have it linked down below in the description box in case you missed it, but I'm so happy that I get to do another one. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Ice Cream Beauty Box, they are a monthly subscription service. It's $25 a month. You get 5 to 7 full-size products every month. Not samples, not deluxe samples, but full-size products. And you also get an eyeshadow palette in every single box, which I love because I am an eyeshadow palette girly. Now, this video is not sponsored. This was not sent to me. I did purchase this with my own money because I love the subscription box. It's the only one that I have left that I open every single month. The rest of them I have canceled because I just wasn't impressed with them. Now, I will have as many of these products linked and listed down below in the description box as I can. Some of these are exclusive to the box itself, so if you don't get the box, you can't get the products, but I will still have them all listed down below, as well as everything else that I use to complete today's look. So per usual, if you're ever curious about anything I use in any of my videos here on my channel, always check that description box because I squeeze as much information as I possibly can into that tiny little space. But let's go ahead and start digging into this box, pulling out products, and seeing what we have. So starting us off, I always like to point out the pamphlet you're going to get in every single box. This is going to tell you the theme of the month, the products that are in here, a little bit more information on each one, and how much they actually retail for. Now, the theme of this month is in October, we wear pink, and a portion of the proceeds from all their sales this month are going to go back to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and I think that's incredibly cool. But let's go ahead and start pulling out products and check out what we got. So I'm just going to go in order on this little paper so I can make sure that we don't miss anything. So up first, we have the Hope in Bloom palette from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. It says, we have collaborated with Beauty Moon Cosmetics to bring you all this special palette. This palette is a tribute to strength, resilience, and of course hope. This palette contains a mix of mattes, shimmers, and duochromes. A very special thank you to Beauty Moon Cosmetics for working with us on this special palette. I love that. I think this is super cute. Like I said, this is a collaboration with Ice Cream Beauty Box and Beauty Moon Cosmetics, and the color story in here is beautiful. Now, this is an almost monochromatic pink palette. You do have this pop of purple and this really pretty deep maroon up here, and of course you have a neutral shade to kind of tie everything together if you want to do something to kind of ground your look. I love the shimmers in here. I think they're beautiful. I'm really excited to play with this. I love pink. I love purple. They are two of my favorite eyeshadow colors to play with. But up next we have this pink duochrome duo by Chantico Beauty. I've never heard of this brand before. Now, this retails for $20, and it's this cute little eyeshadow palette duo right here. It says, the duochromes are out of this world. We collaborated with Chantico Beauty to bring you this special pink duochrome combination. This, of course, pairs perfectly with the palette. So we are somehow going to figure out a way to incorporate as much of this as we possibly can. There's a lot of eye products in this month's box, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to every single one, which means I'm just going to have to make more content with this stuff. But that is super cute. I love that. Actually, let's go ahead and swatch it out really quick instead of inserting swatches later. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with this one over here. And I'm just going to swatch this on the back of my hand. This does feel nice and smooth. It doesn't feel super creamy or anything like that, but it doesn't feel dry and flaky. But this is going to be the first one, and that is so pretty. Look at that really pretty pink flip that it has to it. That is beautiful. But let's go ahead and swatch the other one right here. This one also feels the same. It doesn't feel super dry. It doesn't feel really creamy. It doesn't feel textured or anything like that. It's kind of hard to get my finger in here because these are a little bit of like a deeper pan. But let's see. Okay, so I have it on my finger and we're going to swatch this out right here. Oh, that's really pretty too. It almost has like a translucent base to it. That would be a really pretty topper. This would make a gorgeous highlighter or even an inner corner. Maybe we'll use this as a highlighter day. I don't have anything else on my cheeks other than just a little bit of bronzer because there is a blush in here as well, but that's really pretty. So up next from Indie Beat Cosmetics, we have the Amped Plump Lip Oil. Now, Indie Beat Cosmetics is a woman of color owned business that merges music and makeup, two of my favorite things. This lip oil is bubblegum scented and very hydrating. This is a plumping product, so tingling sensations are completely normal. Now, I have a very high pain tolerance. I don't usually have like an adverse reaction to plumping stuff unless it's the one from Too Faced. That one really stings, so I kind of stay away from it. But this one makes me nervous because it comes with this little caution thing in here. And this says the Amped Lip Challenge. The Amped Lip Plumping Oil is intense. Tingling is a sign that the product is working to enhance volume. The sensation is typically mild and fades after a few minutes. If you experience discomfort beyond tingling, you may want to discontinue use, but for most, it's just part of the lip plumping magic. So we're gonna go ahead and try this on together and see what it does. Like I said, this makes me a little bit nervous when it has a caution thing in it, but I do have a pretty high pain tolerance, so we'll see. But this is what the product looks like. Very cute. It has like a little bit of like a pink tinge to it. It's not really colored or anything like that. It is clear. It looks like it has a little bit of like a shine to it, but I can smell the bubble gum. It doesn't smell like your typical plumping product, how it has like that weird smell to it. I don't even know how to describe it, but here we go. Let's see what happens. If I scream, don't worry, I'll be okay. Okay, so it's definitely, yep, there's the tingle. I can already feel the tingle. It's not bad though, but it definitely gave me like a little bit of a pink hue, which is cute. Definitely goes with the theme. But so far, I just feel a slight tingle. Now, normally I don't really feel much of anything with a lip plumping product, so to me that means that those are more mild, and since I feel a little something, this is probably going to be pretty painful if you don't have a high pain tolerance, but so far, not too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and let that sit on my lips, and we're gonna move on to the next product. So up next we have the liquid blush from Moonslice Beauty. So this is, well, let's see, I can't read for anything right now. These are in pink boxes in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A little bit goes a long way. Make sure to blend out with a brush. So I think this is just a really pretty pink liquid blush. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh yeah, super cute. I love the component, and that is the color that we have. But let's do a little swatch on the back of my hand. Like I said, I only have bronzer on because I knew there was going to be a blush in here. So we will try this on in just a minute. But that is what the shade looks like. It feels nice and creamy. Let's see how it blends out. Oh yeah, that's going to blend out really nicely. That's a pretty color. I like that. And last but not least, from Zeesea Cosmetics, we have the Liquid Glitter Shadow. This glitter shadow is more of a topper than a shadow. No glitter glue is required to use this product. Apply it over other shadows for an extra dazzling eye look, or if you're feeling adventurous, add it on top of your highlight for a euphoric look. Let's go ahead and open this up. I do have quite a few products from Zeesea. Most of them have come from this box, and I've actually really enjoyed, I think, pretty much every single one of them. I don't think there's anything that I haven't liked, but let's see what this looks like. Oh, this is pretty. Of course, it is pink, but that is what the product looks like. You can definitely see that it's got like some chunky glitter in here. I'm not a big fan of glitter, but let's do a swatch on the back of the hand and see what this looks like. Okay, so it's got like a little brush applicator, and we're gonna put it right here. Can you see anything? Yeah, there you go. You can see that little bit of glitter. You see that little shimmer when I twist? Okay, so it is very sheer. It doesn't feel chunky or anything like that. Let me put a little bit over here. That is really pretty. I don't know about using that as a highlighter or anything like that, but we're definitely going to incorporate this in our eye look today. All right, so I went ahead and added up every single product in this box. Note to self, do not lick your lips when you have this oil on because I got a little bit of a tingling sensation to my tongue. But like I said, I added up every single product in this box, and our grand total comes to $115 value. Now, if you take off the $25 that I spent, that is $90 in free products. So really good value. I'm excited about this. So far, I think the products in here are fantastic, but let's go ahead and get my hair out of my face and start trying on the rest of these products. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the liquid blush from Moonslice Beauty. This is really pretty. I love the color of this. Now, I do already have powder on my face, so we're gonna find out how this performs over powder. Usually liquid products, I don't have an issue under powder. It's usually over powder that's kind of the make or break, but that color is absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up with my BK Beauty 109 brush. I'm just gonna pick it up right off the back of my hand, and we're gonna go ahead and start pressing it on to my skin. I'm not not blending, I'm not swiping. If I start doing that, it will 100% lift up the rest of my product. That is very pretty. It shears out really nicely. So far, it's not lifting anything, but I think I need a little bit more. I'm sure if you were to go directly onto your skin, this would be very pigmented. Like they said, a little bit goes a long way, but I always like to pick it up off the back of my hand just because I have a little bit more control over the product and I don't have to worry about it drying down too fast, moving anything around, lifting, patching, or anything like that. But that is very, very pretty. I like this shade. I love a pink blush though. All right, so this is what our blush is looking like. I think it looks really pretty. It was nice and buildable. I didn't get any patching, skipping, or grabbing. It didn't lift any of the product underneath, and it does seem like it's gonna dry down really quick. So it has a nice sheen to it, but it doesn't feel tacky or sticky or anything like that. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day. We'll keep testing it out. I'll probably test it like directly onto my skin, see what the dry down time is and all of that, see how fast you have to work. But so far, I think that is really pretty. But let's go ahead and move on to this little duo, because like I said, I want to go in with this shade right here and try it as a highlighter just because we have so many eye products in this box. I have a hair stuck to my lip. So just because we have so many eye products in this box and I can't possibly get to every single one of them with one look. So let's go ahead and try this as a highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my ABH highlighting brush and we're just going to apply this to the cheek. So that picks up really nicely. And let's go for it. Oh, that's pretty. Definitely has a pink sheen to it, but it's nice and smooth. It doesn't seem chunky. I'm not getting a lot of like glitter fluffing around or anything like that, but it is intense. So if you don't like an intensely sparkly highlighter with a lot of flips or anything like that to it, then you're not gonna like this, but I do think that is very, very pretty. I like that. I also wanted to kind of update y'all on the lip. It does feel very hydrating, very lightweight. It doesn't feel thick or sticky. Wow, Sarah. And it does feel like the tingling has kind of gone away a little bit, like there's not anything left. My lips never got super uncomfortable. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. It just had a slight tingling effect for, I don't know, maybe a minute or so, and it's kind of disappeared. And I definitely think that there's a little bit of a plumping action going on. I have a nice pink color to my lips, but I don't think this is like the most plumping I've ever had from a lip product. I think the ones from Charlotte Tilbury and my ones from, I'm drawing a complete blank right now, my ones from City Beauty, those are very plumping compared to this, and those don't have nearly as much tingle as this one does. So just for comparison purposes, if you've ever tried those before, that gives you a little something to kind of work off of. But I will say this feels nothing like the one from Too Faced, at least for me personally. Everybody's pain tolerance is different, so keep that in mind. But very, very pretty. Okay, let me go ahead and prime my eyes and we're gonna jump into the eyeshadow look. Alright, so my eyes are primed with my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and for my look, I think I want to play with like this little trio right here and maybe pop one of these on my inner corner as just a little pop of like pink in there. And then as far as shimmer goes, I don't know yet. We'll see when we get there. I definitely want to play with this though and maybe incorporate this as well. I don't know if we're going to get to everything, but for this, I'm going to go ahead and start right here with this really pretty purple shade. This one is called Promise, and I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just going to start to fluff this into my crease. So I'm going to go in very light-handed. I've never played with this formula before. I've never ordered anything from this brand. They have been on my radar for a little bit, and when I saw that they were coming in this box, I was really excited. Now, that is very light in pigmentation, so let me go in a little heavier handed. Alright, so very buildable as far as pigmentation goes, so you're not going to get like a punch right off the bat, so it's not going to be anything like Bella Beauty Bar, Unearthly, or even Moonslice. Those were more pigmented than this, but I don't mind a buildable formula as long as I can build it up to the pigmentation that I want without patching, skipping, or anything like that. I am okay with it, but that is a really pretty purple. I do like that. Alright, so I'm going to take that shade down onto my lower lash line as well. Just kind of fluffing it down here from outer corner all the way over to the inner corner, but I'm not going to bring it into the inner corner because like I said, I want to go in with one of those bright pink shades, but I'm just fluffing it down out here. All right, for the inner corner, I think I've decided I want to go in with this neon pink shade right here. This one is called Strength. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my Sigma E42 brush, and we're just going to kind of pop this right here in the inner corner. So I want to see how this neon is going to perform, especially now that I've got a taste of the other eyeshadow and it was very lightly pigmented, but that has a nice little punch to it. So I am going to kind of bring that down onto the lower lash line. I'm going to kind of blend it into the crease as well, just making sure that we don't have any harsh lines and everything just has like a seamless flow on the lid. But that is really, really pretty. I like that shade. So next I want to go into this shade right here, this really pretty berry purple shade. This one is called Loved. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with a Singe Beauty EO6 brush, and I'm going to put this in my outer corner, starting to build up the depth and the definition that I want. So I'm going to start to pack it out here, and I'm going to build up the shade, and I'm going to bring it up into the crease. And once I have the intensity that I want and the shade where I want it, I can go back and start to kind of blend everything out and make sure that we have a nice seamless transition. All right, so I'm going to bring that down onto the outer portion of my lower lash line as well, just lining it up with everything that I have going on my lid. So next we're going to go into this deeper shade right here. This one is called Warrior, and I'm going to build up my outer corner just a little bit with this shade. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my Singe Beauty EO5, and I'm very lightly just going to kind of put it right out here on that outer corner. I'm not letting this take over my whole look. I just want to add a little bit of depth out there, and I'm also going to bring it down onto the outer portion of my lower lash line as well. Now, like I said, these are very buildable as far as pigmentation goes, so you might have to dip in a few times to get the full opacity that you want, but as you can see, it's definitely going to get there. It just takes a little bit more extra work, but as far as blending goes, I'm not having any issues blending these out. I'm not getting any fallout. I'm not getting any patching or skipping or anything, so performance-wise, they're great. You just have to really build up the pigmentation, but that's really pretty. I like that. All right, so for all over the lid, I want to go in with this really pretty duochrome shade right here called Bloom, but let me go ahead and swatch it out for you on the back of my hand because I am going to apply this with a brush. So that is what the shade looks like right there. It has this really pretty like pink to gold flip. This felt very creamy, very smooth when I picked it up. It didn't feel like gritty or textured or dry, and I think that looks absolutely beautiful. So we're going to put that all over the lid. Now I have already gone ahead and primed my eye with my NYX glitter primer per usual, but I am going to apply this with a brush like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with my BK Beauty 203 brush, and I am going to spray this with some MAC Fix Plus just so I can minimize any fallout. It's kind of a little bit of extra insurance. So this is for all over the lid to make sure it sticks, and this is to make sure that it sticks to the brush. All right, so let's go ahead and apply this to all over the lid. So I'm going to start by pressing it, and then once I have that shade down, I can go back and start to blend it out, make sure that it's kind of blended into everything else. We have a nice seamless transition, and just really spread out that shade. Now I'm not going to bring it into the inner corner because I think we're actually going to go in with this for the inner corner. That could be a mistake, but it did feel nice and smooth, so I think it'll be okay. But that is very pretty, very reflective. That went on really, really nicely. It's not emphasizing texture. I didn't get any fallout, and it picked up really nicely with a brush. All right, so I think I want to take a little bit of that shade and put it right here on my lower lash line, right in the middle in between this hot pink shade and my deeper outer corner, just to bring a little bit of sparkle and maybe a little bit of cohesiveness with this look. I think that's really pretty. I like that. And last, for the inner corner, we're going to go into the liquid glitter shadow from Zeesea Cosmetics. So I'm just going to kind of apply it as is. So I'm just going to very lightly put it right here on my inner corner. I'm going to kind of spread it up onto the inner portion of my lid and kind of bring it down right here onto my lower lash line, avoiding my eye. I'm going to be very careful with this. I'm sure this is not eye safe, but you know, do what you want at your own discretion. That's really cute though. I do like that. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of glitter, but this is going on very nicely. It feels comfortable. It doesn't feel gritty. It doesn't feel chunky. You can definitely see like those little chunks of glitter in there, but it looks really pretty on the inner corner. Alright y'all, so this is the completed look and I think this turned out absolutely beautiful. I am loving the shadows in here. That duochrome on the lid is incredibly beautiful and I like the little extra sparkles on the inner corner. But let me show you what I used to finish up this look so we can turn the lights down, we can see the shift, the shimmer, the sparkle, and then I can give you my first initial impressions on some of these products really quick. So in my lower waterline, I went in with a Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner. This is in the shade Bordeaux. I lined my lid with my Zeesea liquid liner, and for mascara, I went in once again with my Huda Beauty One Coat Wow mascara. Alright y'all, so there you have it, the completed look with all the products in this month's Eyescream Beauty box, and I think this is a really good box. I'm loving the products that are in here so far. Obviously, I need to keep testing them out and trying them so I can get a really good feel, but first impression, I like the products that we have. But let's run through these really quick so I can give you some of my thoughts on each one of them individually, and let's go ahead and start with the Amped Plumping Lip Oil from Indie Bee Cosmetics. So I like this. I like the little soft wash of pink that it gave my lips. I definitely feel like I have a little bit of plumping going on. It does feel very lightweight, very hydrating, and it did have a tingle to it, but for me it wasn't anything painful or unbearable. It did kind of fade off and go away after a few minutes, and I feel like I have a little bit of a plumping effect left behind, but I need to keep testing that out, keep using it. I want to use it like over lip liners and things like that and see what it does. Next, let's chat about the little Chantico Beauty Duochrome eyeshadow duo. This is really cute. I only got to this one. I used it as a highlighter and I think it looks really pretty on the cheek. It's not chunky, it's nice and smooth, it has a good reflection to it. I didn't get a whole lot of glitter flying around and I think it's really nice. I need to test it out, use it on my eyes, use it in different looks and things like that, but I do think this is a really cute little duo and I'm actually really excited about it. Next we have the liquid blush from Moonslice. This is really pretty. I love the shade. It is very pigmented, but when I picked it up off the back of my hand, it was a nice soft wash of color. It was very buildable. It didn't lift the product. It didn't move anything around, patch, skip, or anything like that. And it did 100% dry down. First impression, this is really nice. I think it's beautiful. The little Zeesea liquid glitter eyeshadow, I don't know, because it looks really pretty on the inner corner. I like the little twinkle that it gave. It didn't irritate my eyes or do anything like that. I have very sensitive eyes, but I did notice it kind of lifted up the eyeshadow on my inner corner just a little bit. So maybe I need to put it on the back of my hand, apply it with a brush, apply it with my finger. I need to keep playing around with it because right now my concern is if I were to put it over top of like another eyeshadow on my lid, like it suggests that you can, it's gonna lift everything and make it look like a big patchy mess. So first impression, I don't know. I need to get a better feel out of it, but like I said, I like the glitter. I don't think it's chunky or uncomfortable. I just need to get a better feel of it. And last we have the eyeshadow palette. This is really cute. I love the packaging. This is nice, sturdy cardboard. It's thick. You do get a mirror in here. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And I thought the formula in here was really nice. I did get to 4 of the 6 matte shadows in here and I only got to play with one of the shimmers, but based off of what I played with, everything performed beautifully. I did tell y'all that this is very lightly pigmented, so you do have to build it up, but I find that to be a little bit more user-friendly, especially if you're someone who's getting into makeup, getting into color, and you don't want anything that's going to be super pigmented right off the bat and you want to have a little bit more control with how much color you have on your lids. This would be a really good option, but I didn't have any issues blending anything out. Quality-wise, it was beautiful. No fallout. There was some kick up in the pan with these darker shades, but it wasn't much and it doesn't really bother me. I just like to point that out. And the shimmer shade right here I thought was very smooth. It applied nicely on the lid. It's not emphasizing texture. It has a good reflection to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm excited to keep playing with this and testing it out and creating more looks, but that is going to complete this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Are you subscribed to Eyescream Beauty Box? Did you get this one? If you have, what did you think of this month's box? I want to know it all. Let's have that conversation, light up that comment section, and as usual, I want to thank you all so much for watching my video and spending your time with me. It truly does mean so much to me. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.